Hello, everyone. My name is Sophia Gonzalez, and I chose to do my presentation on René Descartes. René Descartes was a soldier, a mathematician, a philosopher, a scientist, and a psychologist. He studied the writings of Plato and Aristotle, and he studied law, but was more fond of mathematics. He had a rather private life and enjoyed meditation. And in one of his meditation sessions, he was observing a fly buzzing around his room. And during that time, he discovered the idea of analytic geometry, which was just geometry and algebra can be integrated. He stated that there was a correspondence between the realm of numbers and the realm of physics. He believed all natural events were able to be described in mathematical terms and that ultimate knowledge is mathematical knowledge. He believed that there was nothing beyond doubt. So he realized that philosophers have never been able to agree on a subjective truth, and he realized the only thing that is certain is doubt. This sent him on somewhat of a midlife crisis, and he kind of went on a spiral afterwards. He decided that the only way to gain knowledge and learn things is experiencing them for himself. So that's what he believed in, is the only way to gain knowledge was to experience them for yourself. He also believed in intuition and deduction, intuition being unbiased and attentive, and to assure that an idea cannot be doubted, and deduction, which is deducing an idea from other valid ones. He also came up with the idea of the modern day reflex. He used mechanical principles to describe human and animal behavior. He believed that sense receptors of the body were similar to pressure plates, and he believed that nerves were hollow tubes containing delicate threads that connected sense receptors to the brain, and the threads were connected to the cavities of the brain, which were filled with animal spirits. So he believed that an external event stimulated a sense organ, which would then allow these threads to tighten and then open up, and then the pores would release animal spirits into the brain, which then um, would go to the muscles and cause the muscles to expand, which would cause behavior. And this is how he described the reflex, which is we now know is incorrect. And they believed at the time was most likely incorrect because um, it was already known that nerves were not hollow tubes at the time. So either way, he was incorrect. But we know this as the reflex and to modern day terms. Um, he also had beliefs of um, attaining certainty, and he was very much about attaining certainty. He liked certainty. He had rules for attaining certainty. So, rule one was to never accept anything as true unless accepted by yourself, or he said myself, but more so yourself, or if it is presented so that there is no doubt about it. Rule two is to divide each of the difficult parts of the problem into many for an easier solution. Rule number three was to think in an orderly fashion. So you start simple and gradually think in more complex thought. And then rule four is to always make complete enumerations. Rule four, essentially, to make lists and summarizations as complete as possible to make sure there is no room for doubt. So those were his four rules for attaining certainty. And I believe I hopefully covered mostly everything. There is a lot about Descartes, so I hope I covered everything. And then I just used the textbook for my presentation. So there's my citation, and thank you so much for watching.